Hi, this is Helena, and I wanted to make this video for anyone who's going through a difficult time in their love life right now. I've just been hearing from so many women lately who are feeling really devastated and heartbroken because the man they love has let them down in some way or disappointed them. Or, the guy that they were just starting to develop feelings for and getting excited about has done something like pulled away suddenly without warning or disappeared or told her that he's not ready for a relationship right now or he doesn't think he can give her what she wants. We've all been there, myself included, so I know how painful this can be. Just as you were starting to get excited about someone or you thought things were going really well and then something happened. So this video is for you if you're going through any situation like that right now. But before I get started, if you're new to my channel, click the button to subscribe to get all of my videos on how to attract the man and the relationship you want. So like I mentioned, this can be so painful and frustrating and really discouraging, especially if it's something that's kind of happened over and over again. I can certainly relate to that myself for sure, and I've been hearing from so many women who say things like, I was finally excited about someone. It's been a long time since I've felt a real connection with someone or was even really attracted to a man, and I thought things were going well. And then I was let down or disappointed. And we can take these things that happen, especially if they've happened, it feels like a cycle that keeps repeating over and over. We can take each of these things as like a setback or an indicator that we're just never going to get what we want. Or like this feeling of like, oh my gosh, I'm back to square one. I have to go online and, find somebody else. And it takes me forever to even find someone I'm attracted to. And it just feels like we're kind of like going in circles here. That's the feeling I'm getting. It's just like, we go in this circle and then we get disappointed and we have to start over. And then we start over and then we get disappointed again. And it just feels like we're kind of circling around what we want and not getting any closer. Or it feels like the opposite of getting closer. It feels like each setback gets us further away from what we want, or like I mentioned, brings us back to square one. And if that's your mindset, I know that certainly used to be my mindset. It's so frustrating, and it's the worst feeling ever when a man disappoints you. And of course, men are going to disappoint us sometimes in dating and relationships, just like we're going to disappoint them. So I wanted to give you like a whole new way of thinking about this. So let's take that example of you've been single and dating for a long time and you finally were getting excited about someone and he lets you down, he disappoints you, he disappears, pulls away, something like that. You find out you're not on the same page when you thought things were going well. Like I said, this happens all the time. From my perspective, or if you were to like work with a coach or talk to someone who has experience working with people in these situations, I don't see it as you're circling around and just starting over and repeating the cycle. If you're working with some of these tools that I talk about in some of my videos and programs, I see it as actually, if you were to kind of zoom out and get a bigger view, you're circling in, you're getting closer, kind of like an airplane circling, preparing for landing. You're actually getting closer each time because you're moving up a level, right? You're moving up to the next tier. Meaning, let's say something happens, a man tells you he's not available or ready for a relationship. And rather than hanging on to him and kind of taking whatever crumbs you can get from him because you have really strong feelings and your feelings for him, you kind of see them as like rare and special. So like this was my tendency in my past, was to hang on to whatever I could get. I could just take whatever crumbs I could get, even if I knew that this guy was not at a place to give me what I truly wanted right now. He wasn't available for the kind of relationship I was looking for. I would hang on. So once I closed that door, it got me one step closer, right? And then the next match for you, the next guy that shows up, is a little closer to what you want, right? And then if something happens where you feel that clearly you're not on the same page, you close that door, and rather than seeing it as I'm starting over, I'm starting from scratch again, no, you're actually getting one step closer. It's like these circles are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. If you're truly setting boundaries and sticking to them and not compromising your standards because you just have such strong feelings for this guy, or the chemistry just takes you over and so you kind of collapse your own boundaries. As long as you're sticking to what you want and staying open to yourself, trusting your feelings and intuition, every time something doesn't work out, in my opinion, if you're staying true to yourself, it's actually getting you one step closer to what you want. And you will see that once you get what you want, you're gonna look back and see, wow, I can really feel and see now how one thing led to another. And if I didn't close that door, I wouldn't have made myself available for this, this amazing relationship that was right around the corner. I just wasn't seeing it because, I was kind of staying stuck in this situation that didn't feel good to me, or I was tolerating bad treatment or something like that, staying in a situation that was not what I wanted. When we're doing that, it's like we're sending this signal out to the universe that, like, for example, I deserve to be second best. That's okay. I don't need to be a guy's, one of his top priorities. I'm okay taking crumbs. And then that's kind of, what's in your vibration or your energy, so to speak. And then you just keep attracting more and more and more of that. So as difficult as it can be, when you can learn to close that door and not make yourself available to anyone who isn't fully available, treating you well, and you're just ready for the kind of relationship you want and knows what he wants and is coming after it. Hopefully that's you, right? When you close that door, you're sending out a new energy. You're moving up a level to, like, this is what I'm available for. I don't care how much I like this guy. This really hurts right now, but I'm gonna choose myself for once. That's what I had to do. I had to learn how to finally choose myself over my feelings for anyone who wasn't available for what I was looking for. So I just felt like there was someone out there who needed to hear that message. So hopefully this helps somebody out there. I hope I explained that correctly. This is the first time I'm talking about this idea of actually, instead of feeling like you're in this cycle, if you can learn to close those doors and stick to your boundaries and choose yourself, you're actually moving up a level. You're kind of like leaping up to the next tier and getting closer and closer to what you want. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. This concept just kind of like came to me the other night, and so I'd love to hear what you guys think. I love hearing from you, and I love hearing about your specific situation. Of course, this is very general advice, and sometimes it's hard to give advice for like tens of thousands of people. So, maybe everyone can help each other out in the comment section. There's all different kinds of unique situations out there. So I hope this was helpful, and would love to hear your thoughts and experiences with this. I love you guys, always love hearing from you, and if you're ready to attract a really high quality available man who wants to be in the kind of relationship and is ready and available for that, check out my 3 keys to attract the man you want report and audio training. It's free on my website, helenahartcoaching.com. I'll post a link to that in the description right below this video. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next time.